Okay, JR, you're the new running backs coach. Let's just start with, how did this opportunity come about for you?
The last number of years I spent time as a regional scout for Calgary and been, come up here to training camps and that as well with guest coaching. So I'm excited to get the opportunity to be up here. But yeah, it's Calgary's Stampeders are a great organization, great leadership. So I'm happy to get started this year.
Obviously it's been early, but the transition from scout to being a coach and kind of being in the trenches kind of every day, what do you think that's going to be like?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously when you build, scouting, you help build the roster, and when you get to training camp in the season, you see what that roster looks like, and as everything, you put all the little pieces together, it makes up, the big picture, and so yeah, I'm looking forward to being part of that this year.
Now, you're a former quarterback. You played with Brendan Mahoney. There's some sort of amazing game that I've heard about where you guys put up a whole bunch of yards. Can you tell us the story?
Yeah, people might not think Brendan actually caught 5 touchdowns in one game, but I can verify that because I threw him all 5 of those touchdowns.
Okay.
And it was against the University of Regina too. So Mark Mueller's wasn't too happy about that, but we like to tease him about that sometimes. But me and Brendan played quarterback at Simon Fraser for a couple of years together.
And what other memories do you have from, I guess, just your playing career back then?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Simon Fraser obviously produced the most CFL draft picks in the history of the CFL, so it's a very important program in Canada. And so, it was a lot of fun there and being able to play there. My grandfather founded the program and was the first head coach and athletic director, so it's a very special place.
I wanted to get to that later, but you brought it up now, so let's talk about it now, because obviously they're having some trouble there with the football program. What does that program mean to you, and what do you think it'll take to get it back up and running?
Yeah, I mean, there's been such great support from, it's not just like a regional news story, it's become a national news story, from the CFL commissioner to the CFL Board of Governors to 2 members of Parliament in Ottawa now have spoken out against them canceling their program, and 2 local MLAs to the owner of the BC Lions. People down in the States have even asked me about it, so it's not like just a small news story. It's become so much more bigger. So hopefully the leadership can come together and put the team together and the program on the right footing. But I think it's possible. It takes good leadership to do that.
Do you think that's what it is? Just a lot of voices that just won't back down, or is there something specific that you think needs to happen?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it does need better. Certain things that need to be successful. One of them is funding. I think that's a bigger thing that's not been above board. They haven't been good at funding, I think, in the last number of years, I think. So they need to boost that. But there's been a ton of alumni support, and they did a fundraising pledge the other week for, I think, $1 million. So there's definitely now money out there. But like I said, the university's just got to show leadership and put the program together.
Back to the Stampeders, you are inheriting these running backs that are known throughout the league. Peyton Logan, Dedrick Mills, Kadeem Carey. What are your thoughts on this group that you have? Yeah,
I'm really excited. We've been talking to them. Obviously, we've been able to Zoom and communicate over phone and text and that. But I'm really excited. I think it's a great group. I'm really excited to get to work for them, and I think it's going to be a good year.
We were calling them the 3-headed monster last year. What kind of threat can this provide a team to have 3 guys that are so good?
Yeah, and it's always, it's a long season. You got 18 games, so it's hard for one guy just to, take every rep, So I think it's good to have, the support of, 3 running backs. I think that's going to be a good mix this year. I think I'm looking forward to it.
And last one for you, like you said, you've been in the program just as a scout for a while. You've kind of watched the team from afar for a while. They haven't had the playoff success lately that people think that they should have. What do you think needs to change this year? Is there anything that you've seen kind of from your vantage point?
Yeah, I think Calgary sets a high standard. We have a very high standard, probably higher than most of the rest of the CFL. So it's a very high standard we have here, and we got to meet that. And so we were close last year, and so I think this year, there'll be new training. It's a new training camp. It's a new year. We're different pieces of the puzzle that'll be coming in this year, I think. So I think it'll be a little bit different, but I think we're on the right path to getting to where we need to be.